Have you ever felt lonely while traveling or maybe even in your city? I'm Nicole Paulus, and I help people build lives they don't have to escape from and exit the matrix. And yeah, live a life that you're like excited to wake up to every day. I'm doing that for myself currently. And let me tell you, like, it's not always easy. Like, one of the unintended consequences of exiting the matrix is actually this feeling of loneliness. It happens no matter what. Like, some of the loneliest I've ever felt has been in relationship or in a room full of other people. But I do feel like my loneliness spells occur more frequently when I'm, traveling or, just being outside the matrix. So that's why I've come up with 3 things, like surefire things that help snap me out of that lonely spell. And I'm going to share them with you today, right now, actually. So the first one is hostels. So whether you're traveling or you're stationary, seek out a hostel. Now, don't stay there. Like, I don't stay there. I don't like hostels. I like having my own space, my own privacy. I like to choose when I interact with people. But hostels can be a great equalizer. Like, everyone there is on the same playing field. And I found that people who stay at hostels are usually more open energetically. They're more open to meeting other people. So the other day, um, and a lot of them have cafes and restaurants and like activities or events that you can be a part of, kind of icebreakers. The other day I went to just a normal cafe just to like be out in the world, because I felt like I had this need to connect with people and it just wasn't happening. But everyone there was like, everyone that was at the cafe was alone, but they were all on their phones. And I was just like, oh, this is really hard. So I feel like people who are in just normal cafes or restaurants are not really open energetically to connecting with other people usually. But hostels, it's a different thing. Like, it's just a different environment. So take advantage of that. And a lot of hostels, like, I'm not into partying. I don't like taking shots, for example. So there will be some hostels that are more catered towards that kind of scene, but that doesn't mean they're all like that. Like, there are, and there are people that travel. There's a lot of like single travelers that go to hostels. So yeah, just like check Instagram or check websites, just like do a Google search and then just choose a hostel that has like some upcoming event, like a open mic night or trivia night or something. And then just go like put yourself out there. And then tip number 2 is to become a beginner. So this is what I mean. Um, for me, it's surfing. Like, I joke that I'm going to be forever a beginner at surfing. Take a lesson, like take a group lesson where everyone is on the same bottom of the barrel as you. So imagine if you went to a yoga class, for example, and everyone there, you walk in, everyone there knows each other. They're all like part of this community. They show up every Sunday at the same time. They go out to eat afterwards. They're all like super fit, wearing their like Lululemon. And you sort of walk in like feeling lonely, wanting to connect, but like everyone already seems like they're already connected. This can be even more isolating. So instead, go to a beginner, whatever. So any endorphins you may gain from having that workout is not going to fulfill the need of what you actually need, which is connection, human connection. So that's why I say seek out a beginner group, like, you know, or like a hiking meetup or something. But it's best when it's like everyone there is on the same page because there's no power dynamics. You can kind of go in there and feel like, okay, we're all like in this together. That helps me, especially as like an introvert and someone who doesn't just want any kind of connection. I want like, I don't know, I want to feel like connected to people who have similar interests and values. Um, so yeah, go where go where lights you up. Like, pick something that you're really excited about or interested in, and then yeah, participate as a beginner with a beginner mind, like in Buddhism. So yeah, you can go to like a sport kind of meetup, but make sure again, just make sure it's beginner because it's gonna make it more fun and enjoyable, and it's gonna bring some levity to the heaviness that you're feeling. Language course is also a really great place to meet other people who are, um, again, same open level playing field. When I moved to Berlin, I met a lot of my friends in the language school because we had all just moved there. We were all expats. So we all had this kind of like fish out of water. Um, we all shared this same feeling of being an outsider. And yeah, that really helped um, our bond. So the last thing I will say, that's my mosquito net, just like blowing in the wind. A lot of mosquitoes here in Nicaragua as I'm itching. Um, is work away or volunteering, actually. So volunteering can be a great way to fulfill that connection, that need for connection. Because yeah, it's hard to feel lonely when you're giving back or when you're helping someone or something. Um, so yeah, I'm on Workaway and like I joined this one, like I'm gonna do this one gig, I think, in April. And so in exchange for room and board, I'm gonna help with their social media and um but I'm gonna have like community. I'm gonna have like access to surfboards. I'm gonna be able to talk to people every day and I'm gonna be able to like it's gonna be a new challenge because I'm gonna have to like figure out how to have time for myself. Um, but even just having that gig, like meeting those people, I haven't actually gotten the gig yet, but if I get it, like I already know the people who work there because I've already been hanging out over there and I've been like kind of integrating. So I've only been in this city for 1 week, but I already feel like I have community. Like I already feel like I have people I can go surf with or I can go to dinner with, whatever. And so just for that, like it's just like a great yeah, it's a great unifier again. But I also really love animals. So like if I'm traveling somewhere and I'm feeling that loneliness kind of creep in, I look for the nearest animal shelter and I'm like, I'm gonna walk some dogs. And sometimes it doesn't fulfill the need for connection because usually that loneliness feeling is like a need for human connection. But what I've found is like other volunteers are usually open energetically. So that's what I mean. Like if you're feeling lonely, like go to places where people are more likely to be energetically and also aligned with your values and your kind of lifestyle. Otherwise, you're going to end up feeling more isolated, I think. So yeah, those are my tips for overcoming loneliness, just in general, but specifically for people who travel or who have like more alternative lifestyles. So go to hostels, become a beginner, and volunteer. And yeah, let me know in the comments like if you end up trying any of these things and how it works out for you. And if you have any other tips, like please share the community. Like and subscribe. That will help me get all these like ideas out. And yeah, if you want to stay like in closer contact with me, you can subscribe to my free Substack, which I'll put in the link below. And you can follow my travels. Yeah, my musings. So thanks so much for being here. And yeah.